If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in sequential series. So today we will see some of the aspects of arithmetic series, that is you can say terms of arithmetic progression. We will see some properties and formulas of this one. Okay, then let's see this. Now let's discuss one by one. Now arithmetic series we start. For basic level we will discuss AP, arithmetic series and geometric series only. So arithmetic series is nothing but we are involved in terms of AP. So it can be also seen as AP also. So suppose this comma comma comma, so this is your AP. So if you add all this, that becomes series. So what is arithmetic series? That first term is A here, then you start next term is by adding a constant that is known as D. Again you add constant D, so it becomes D plus D 2D. Again you add, so the difference is always D. That was the idea for arithmetic progression, you have seen. That's why we defined it. So A is known as the first term, D is known as the common difference of CD, which is nothing but you subtract any two consecutive terms, this minus this you will get D, this minus this you will get D, this minus this you will get D. Every time, because it is increasing the value of D. You add the previous term with D, you will get the next term. So if you see the general term, if you see the first term, how many D's are there? 0. If you come to this is the second term, how many D's are there? 1. This is third term, how many D are there? 2. Fourth term, how many D are there? 3. Fifth term, how many D will be there? 4. Sixth term, how many D will be there? 5. Nth term, how many D will be there? N minus 1, because every time it is minus 1. Third term 2, fourth term 3, fifth term 4, sixth term 5. So nth term it will be n minus 1. So the nth term, sometimes it is known as an, or somewhere it may be written as small t and capital T and whatever. This is a plus n minus 1 into D. So this becomes a formula for nth term of an AP. Now if you want to find the answer up to sum of n terms, sum up to n terms, not sum of n terms, sum up to n terms of an AP. You start from writing AP, that is the series, summation of that arithmetic series up to n terms. Means up to n term means you will write up to n terms. If I say up to 3 terms means T1 plus T2 plus 3 will give you S3. That is the meaning of S3. If I say S2, T1 plus T2. We will see this one. Suppose this is Sn, I have written A plus D, A plus, last one is A plus n minus 1 into D. You have seen this is the last term or nth term. And before the, suppose the GP, your AP stops up to here only. It is a finite AP series, AP, so it stops there. So this series stops here, or the terms of AP stops here. Now if I reverse it just, if I write the last term first and then this term then, and this one this one this. So if you change, I have changed the positions of the AP. So summation should remain same, because in summation that doesn't matter whether you are adding first or you are adding it at the last. Ultimately it is addition. Now if you add these two terms, this Sn will give me 2Sn. Now if you add this one, you will see a peculiar thing. AA will be 2A and this will be n minus 1 into D. If you add this AA and if you add this, D will be common, n minus 2 plus 1, that is n minus 1. You see, n minus 2 plus 1. Here also n minus 2 plus 1. Here also n minus 1. So everywhere your term is fixed. 2a plus n minus 1 to 2a plus n 1. So you can see this one. Suppose if I say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then this plus this, how much? 12. So this plus this will also be 12. So first then last, this will always there remain same. Summation of all this series. So if I reverse it, write it 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Then you add this 10 plus 2, 12, 8 plus 4, 12, 6 plus 6, 12. So it is always 12. So that's what the first and last is this. So the equidistance, the terms which are at equidistance from the beginning and end, if you add this, that remains fixed. The first one from the last, first one from the first, from the last, first one from the last, if you add, it is 12. Second one from the first, second one from the last, if you add, that also remains 12. So we'll see these properties. So how many 2a plus n minus 1 into D will be there? Because there are n terms, so you will get n such things. So if you add n same things, it will be n into this. So these two you can bring it this side divide. So your Sn becomes this. So this becomes formula for the sum of AP series, which can also be written as A plus, this A I have split it, then A plus n minus 1D, and this is nothing but the nth term, or this is the last term where you stopped, you can say. So this is another formula. From here it creates, it is the first term plus last term divided by 2 into n. Last term also denoted by L, so the formula becomes, sometimes it is written as an A plus L by 2 also, or n by 2 A plus L also, which is nothing but first term plus last term by 2. Now what is first term plus last term by 2? If it is n is odd, you can see here n is how many numbers I have written? 5 numbers. So first term plus last term 12 divided by 2 is 6. It is always the middle number. So if it is odd, if it is even, then it will not be even number. Suppose if I write 2468 only, 2468, then 6 plus 2 it will be 10. 10 divided by 2, 5, which is not here actually, it is in between these two. So if it is odd n, then you will get the middle, because in AP this one will be the mean or average of this, all this. You will get all these things and you will learn mean. So if it is odd, then this plus this will give you the middle term. So you can remember in that way also, n into middle term if n is odd. If you know the middle term, you can directly apply. Now some properties of AP, let us see. So what we have seen, Tn is equal to this. So if I open it, it will be of this fashion, of this fashion, of this fashion. Now this one I can write instead of D capital A, and this is B. So anything Tn of this fashion, suppose if I say Tn is equal to 3n plus 5. So by seeing this, you should know that it is, they are talking about AP, because in AP your Tn looks like this, because it may be not given in this beautiful format. They can expand it and they can give it. So if you start writing it, you will see that it is, if you start the n below 1, you will get the first term, that is 8. If you put n equal to 2, then it is 11. So you can see every time you are adding 3. So this type of format is always, if I write Tn in this type of format, so that is always giving me hint towards AP. So nth term of an AP is the form of this. So if the nth term of a sequence they give this, then the sequence is an AP, whose first term will be what? The common difference is A. You can say, and the B is here, A minus D. So what will be A? First term is always small a. So if you add these two, then you will get first term. A minus D is equal to B and D equal to A. So what will be first term? If you add, A will be equal to A plus B. But the first term is A plus B, this plus this. That means your first term will be 3 plus 5, 8. If I take this example, and common difference will be 3. Now if each term of an AP is, if in each term of an AP, K is added or subtracted from. If you add K to each number, or if you subtract K from each number, then the resultant sequence is also AP. With the first term is A, so you can see this one. Suppose A, if I write it A plus D, A plus 2D. Now if you add everywhere K, it will be A plus K. Next one will be A plus D plus K. Next one will be A plus D plus 2K. Again you can see the difference is here K. So it remains AP only, but the first term remains changed here. The first term is now A plus K, but the difference is again D. Now if you multiply each term of an AP, or you divide by a number K which should not be 0, because we are talking about multiplication and division, the new sequence obtained is also AP, whose first term is AK, but common difference is now changed to DK. Now if you say if it is A plus D, then A plus 2D. Suppose if I multiply by K, so it will be AK, it will be AK plus DK. Next one will be AK plus 2DK. So you see your first term becomes AK, that is okay. And your common difference also, see what is the difference between these two? This becomes DK, because difference also get multiplied. So if you add, subtract, divide, multiplication, AP remains same. But in addition and subtraction, the common difference remains same, and multiplication and division, common difference changed. Common difference will also get multiplied or divided by the same number. First term always change in both the cases. Now some question, if you want to take 3 conjugative terms in AP, you can take any numbers. A plus D, A plus 2D, you can take, no issue. But generally we take this one. This will make our life easier. Because if you take this one, if you add this, D will get cancelled. So one equation you will get easily, you can solve it in your mind also. So your computational burden will get reduced if I take in this format, whose common difference of this one is D. Now if you want to take 4 numbers, now you can take in this way. A minus 3D, A plus D. Idea is if you add all this, D should get cancelled, so that life becomes easier for us. But here the common difference is not D. You can see the common difference between these two series is 2D. So you have to be careful. If you are selecting this one, then your CD is not simple D. CD will be equal to 2D. If you want to take 5 numbers, you can take in this way. Then also, but here CD will be only D, you can see. If you add all this, it will get, D will get cancelled out. So that is the idea. Similarly, if you want to take 6 consecutive terms, you can carry on to 5D, 3D, D, 3D, 5D, where common difference is again 2D. Now common difference of an AP can be 0, positive or negative. It can be 0 also, it can be positive, it can be negative. Common difference, that D. The sum of the two terms, if it is 0, then it will be same thing will be repeating 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Suppose the first term is 5, common difference is 0. Then if you are adding 0, same numbers will get repeating. The sum of the two terms of an AP equidistance from the beginning and end is constant. That's what we are talking about while deriving the Sn, and equal to the sum of the first and last terms. This one. If you add these two, you have seen here in the calculation of Sn. If you add these two, it is same. If you add the second from the first, second from the end, the answer is same fixed. So the equidistance, so the terms which are equidistant from beginning and end, if you add these two, that will always remain fixed, and that will be equal to the sum of first and last term. Any term of an AP except the first term is equal to the half of the sum of the terms which are equidistant from it. So if you take A plus D, A plus 2D, so this one will be always half of this plus this by 2. So this plus this will give you what? 2A plus 2D divided by 2 is A plus D. So similarly, if you go for next one also, this plus this divided by 2 will give you this, because this is just in between these two, because the difference is same. Here whatever difference you add these two, 2A plus 4D divided by 2 will give you this one. So that's what it is written here. Every term, not except first term, because first term you don't have anything in the left hand side. So if you add the left hand and right hand and divide by 2, you will get the number. Is equal to the half of the sum of numbers which are equidistant from it. Not necessary that it will be exactly left. If you take 2 unit from this side, you have to take 2A plus 4D also you will take. So if you want to consider this point, if you take two terms which are at 2 unit left side, that is A, here 2 unit right side, that is A plus 2D. If you add these two, that divide by 2 also give it. So it should be same distance. Whatever you are taking left side, right side also you take same distance. Add divide by 2, you will get that number. Now that was we are talking about in Sn. S1 is nothing but up to term 1 you are adding. S2 means up to T1 plus T2. S3 means you are adding 3 terms. So if you want to get T1, it is okay. If you want to get T2, then it is this minus this. If you minus it, then you will get T2. If you subtract these two, then you will get T3. So T3 is S3 minus S2. So that means if you want to find rth term, that is SR minus 1. Or you can say Tn is equal to Sn minus Sn minus 1. So you deduct up to that much sum minus what you have done, summation up to previous term. If you deduct this, then you will get that term. You can see, if you deduct this minus this, this will get cancelled, you will get T3. Now suppose ABC are in AP. 3 numbers they have given in AP. So now you know the difference between these two, this minus this and this minus this equal, because they are in AP. So B minus C, A should be equal to C minus B. From here 2B equal to A plus. So this is a condition. If 3 numbers in AP, then it should be satisfied. If they are in AP, then we can say this. If this is true, then we can say this also. That is going both ways. That is if and only if this, then this. And this difference at any time AP, you can subtract any 2 consecutive numbers. That will always give you the common difference of that AP. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.